Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. Today we're going to start with the 5th unit, okay? So remember, if you have questions, write me to my email, the one that's on the screen, angela.tirado@umce.cl, okay? Good. So, do you remember what we did last class? Well, last class, we learned about the prepositions in, on, at. Remember that we saw the positions of objects in the kitchen, right? Do you remember that? I hope you do. Cool. So today we're going to change a little bit and we're going to start with a different unit. We're going to compare objects and people with descriptive words. We're going to learn how to write descriptions properly, the order of the descriptive words, that by the way are adjectives, and recognize some antonyms and synonyms. Okay, so hoy día vamos a comparar ciertos objetos y personas. We're going to write descriptions properly. Vamos a describirlos apropiadamente, porque en inglés recuerda que los adjetivos tienen un orden en especial, ¿cierto? Que es diferente del español. Vamos a aprender eso. Y vamos a aprender un poquito sobre antonyms and synonyms. Okay? Good. So, these people and objects are different. How can we compare them? These people and objects are different. How can we compare them? Here's a picture. There are two people in the picture, right? A kid, a boy actually, and an adult, a male adult, a man. Yes? What are they doing? What are they doing? They are measuring themselves, right? They are measuring how tall they are, right? Estamos hablando de las medidas, ¿cierto? Of the height of each one. So, the boy es más chico, ¿cierto? Okay. So let's see how does it go in English. So the man is taller than the boy. The man is taller than the boy. The adjective or the description is tall, alto, ¿cierto? Entonces, ¿qué sucede? Ponemos una ER, que es como decir más. Taller than, más que. The man is taller than the boy. ¿Te fijas? Good. Y si quiero decir que el chiquillo es más pequeño, the boy is shorter than the man. You see? Shorter. Como la palabra short, corto, pequeño, plus ER, más ER. Right? Good. What about the other picture? What about the other picture? Yes, there are gray balls on one side of the balance and a golden one, or gold one, it depends. So, what is showing the picture? That the gold or golden ball, it is what? Más pesada, ¿cierto? La pelota o bola de oro o dorada es más pesada que las de plata o las plateadas, right? Yes, how do we say that then? The silver balls are heavier than the golden ball. Come again? The silver balls are heavier than the golden ball. The word here is heavy, pesado, ¿cierto? Mira, fíjate, se escribe con Y. Y sin embargo, arriba la I se convirtió en I latina. Bueno, eso es parte de lo que le tienes que acostumbrar. Cada vez que las palabras terminen así en Y, se va a cambiar por una I latina y se le agregará el ER en estos casos. ¿Cierto? Entonces the silver balls are heavier than the golden ball. And the opposite, si quiero decir que es más liviana, más ligera. The golden ball is lighter than the silver balls. Lighter. como light, como luz, light también es ligero, o como las cosas light, los yogur light, todo eso, ¿cierto? Lighter, más ligero. Good. So that's a way of comparing stuffs. Let's keep seeing examples. This is a luxury car. Luxury car. Un auto de lujo, ¿cierto? Yeah. So, and a bike. There's a simple bike, right? So let's compare them. The car is more expensive than the bike. The car is more expensive than the bike. The car is more elegant than the bike. The car is more elegant than the bike. Okay, let's see this. Remember that in the last slide, we saw the expressions ER at the end of the word, like taller, shorter, right? Well, what happens with these words is these words are actually longer than the other words before. Estas palabras que vemos ahora we say, okay? So that's the only reason. The bike is smaller than the car. The bike is smaller than the car. La bici es más chica que el auto. El auto es más caro que la bici. El auto es más elegante que la bici. And the bike is cheaper than the car. The bike is cheaper than the car. La bici es más barata que el vehículo. Okay, so now we have a different object. What is this? Food, yes? But not any kind of food. It's McDonald's food, right? You can see hamburgers, nuggets, chips, or French fries, Coke, etc. And on the other hand, we have vegetables and fruits. We can say many things about vegetables and fruits and McDonald's, right? For example, someone can say that vegetables and fruits are tastier than McDonald's. Podemos decir que es más rica las frutas y las verduras que McDonald's, o vice versa. McDonald's are more delicious than fruits and vegetables. We can say that McDonald's food is expensive, more expensive than fruits and vegetables, right? We can say that fruits and vegetables are cheaper, or I don't know, are more beautiful, whatever. You can say whatever you like. You just need to use the adjectives very well. Remember that the shorter adjectives go with the ER particle, whereas the longer adjectives goes with more than, okay? Of course, there is always an exception to the rule. Siempre hay excepciones para esta regla, ¿ya? Y para todas las reglas. Okay? Good. So, eating a hamburger is worse than eating an orange. Eating a hamburger is worse than eating an orange. Do you know the meaning of the word worse? Peor. In this case, it's worse than, peor que. Entonces, comer una hamburguesa es peor que comer una naranja. McDonald's is more delicious than vegetables and fruits. Yep. So, there is also the vegetables and fruits are healthier than McDonald's. Vegetables and fruits are healthier than McDonald's. That's undeniable. No se puede negar. Okay? Let's count the syllables of the word healthy. Saludable. Healthy. 2 syllables word. Es una palabra de 2 sílabas. Por lo tanto, si tiene 2 sílabas, usamos la partícula ER at the end of the word. Y acuérdate que healthy termina con Y. Entonces cambiamos la Y por la I. Good. These are the 6 most famous football players of the world. You have Messi, you have Neymar, and some others that I don't recall their names. Okay? So, 6 people, 6 men, 6 football or soccer players. These are the best soccer players of the world. These are the best soccer players of the world. Meaning, ellos son los mejores jugadores de fútbol del mundo. The best, lo mejor. Los mejores. Okay? They are the most expensive of all. They are the most expensive of all. Son los más caros de todos. And they are the most famous of all soccer players. Ellos son los más famosos de todos los jugadores de fútbol. Aquí aplica exactamente la misma regla. Estamos hablando de que ellos son lo más de lo más, ¿cierto? Entonces nosotros usamos la frase the most con aquellos adjetivos o palabras descriptivas que son más largas. Expensive, ya sabemos que tiene más sílabas, ¿cierto? Expensive, 3 syllables, 3 sílabas, por lo tanto usamos the most. Tenemos la palabra the best para decir lo mejor, the most para los otros adjetivos. Y ¿cómo será entonces cuando es una palabra de 2 sílabas o menos? Yes, we add the particle est. Okay? Like the cheapest, el más barato. The cutest, el más bonito. Who are these guys? Do you know them? Well, the one in the front, this man over here, is a former president of us. Es un expresidente. Piñera. They are the worst politicians of the world. They are the worst politicians of the world. Son los peores políticos del mundo. It's just an example. Solo es un ejemplo, no tiene por qué ser real. Okay? The worst, lo peor. The best, lo mejor. Okay? Good. Okay, so. They are the corruptest people of all. They are the corruptest people of all. Son los más corruptos. They are the bluntest people I've seen in my life. Son los más carepalo. Blunt es como el equivalente a carepalo. ¿Ya? They are the bluntest people I've seen in my life. Well. So these are the examples. You see? Remember, if you have questions, just ask me, okay? Good. So, everything can be compared. You just need the right words, okay? Remember what we said. These words are adjectives, which are descriptive words like tall, handsome, heavy, slim, healthy, cheap, boring, happy, wonderful, etc. Okay? All of these are descriptive words or adjectives. We need those words in order to describe and compare someone. You compare these kind of words. Okay? Remember, you must compare similar descriptions. For example, beautiful and ugly, or cheap and expensive. But you don't compare beautiful with expensive or cheap and ugly, right? It doesn't have to do right? Beautiful and expensive are not the same thing, or cheap and ugly. They are different characteristics of something. With short words you use ER. Con palabras cortas entonces usamos ER. Whereas with longer words use more than. There is something very important you should know. You can use more than with every single word. Podemos usar more than con todas las palabras. But the most common thing is that with shorter words we use the particle ER or EST, okay? But if it's correct if you say more cheap than this. Good? Good. Finally, if you want to say that something is the best, you use the EST, whereas with longer words use the most. as we've seen in classes. Good. It is also important to remember that the order of adjectives in English is different from the Spanish one. Okay? The order changes. So, let's see this sheet of paper. The general order of adjectives before a noun is the following. Acuérdense que entonces tenemos the determiner, un artículo, por ejemplo, cuando uno dice el o una cosa, ¿ya? El, la, los, las o uno, unas. Los adjetivos o las descripciones y luego la palabra. For example, here is the order of adjectives. So first goes the opinion, like ugly, beautiful. Then the size, small, large. The shape, thin, long. The condition, it's dirty, clean, broken. The age, old, young, ancient. The color, red, white, blue. Pattern, stripped, spotted, checked. The origin, Chilean, Chinese, Italian, etc. The material, cotton, silk, clay. The purpose, sleeping, wedding, flower. Noun, bag, dress, vase. You see? So we have 3, 6, 9, 10 types of adjectives. 10 tipos de adjetivos que tenemos que anteponer antes de un sustantivo. O sea, no tenemos que, pero 10 tipos que podrían ir antes de un sustantivo. Rara vez, o no, en realidad nunca vas a ver en un texto formal o en un texto informal incluso un sustantivo descrito con 10 adjetivos en una misma oración. ¿Ya? Eso no es... O sea, ahora vamos a ver un ejemplo de cómo quedaría, pero eso no es para nada común. Lo máximo es que haya un sustantivo o una palabra descrita con 3 adjetivos. That's the maximum. 4 is weird. 4 ya es raro. So remember, we have opinion, that something is delicious, lovely, nice, cool, ugly. The size, big, small, tall, huge, tiny. Shape, square, round, long, fat, etc. The condition, if it's clean, wet, rich, hungry, whatever. Age, old, young, new, antiquity. Color, green, blue, reddish, purple, gray. The pattern, spotted, checked, flowery, zigzag. Origin, American, British, Arabic, Turkish. Material, gold, wooden, plastic, synthetic. Purpose, gardening, shopping, writing. You see? So, esas son las categorías. So, remember that before adjectives plus noun, we normally have a determiner. A, and, them, your, her, for, this, those, etc. This is an example. A very weird example. Este es un ejemplo muy raro. Así quedaría con hartos adjetivos. The ugly, big, long, dirty, old, red, flowery, Australian cotton sleeping bag. The ugly, big, long, dirty, old, red, flowery, Australian cotton sleeping bag. You see how weird it is? ¿Ven lo raro que es? That's not normal. The handsome Brazilian man. And now that's very different. El guapo hombre brasileño. O el hombre brasileño bien guapo. Sería como en español. Something like that. That's normal. The broken ancient white marble yard. That's very, very different. Broken ancient white marble ya es bastante inusual. We just would say broken ancient white jar as a maximum. Okay? Good. Finally, we're going to talk about synonyms and antonyms. Finalmente vamos a hablar sobre los sinónimos y los antónimos. So, what's a synonym? Do you know the meaning of synonym? A synonym is a word that has similar meaning with another word. For example, beautiful, pretty, and cute. Those 3 words have similar meaning. a positive observation of something, right? What's an antonym? Well, an antonym is all the opposite. An antonym is a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. For example, the opposite meaning of beautiful is ugly, or the opposite meaning of ugly is beautiful. So, here is in a picture that's very graphic about it. A synonym, a word that has the same meaning as another word. Mad and angry are synonyms. Glad and happy are synonyms. Sad and gloomy are synonyms. And scared and afraid are synonyms. Antonyms, a word that has the opposite meaning of another word. Hot, cold. Big, little. Up, down. You see? So those are synonyms and antonyms. Something that's very important about synonym and antonyms, algo bien importante sobre los sinónimos y los antónimos, is that they are very useful. If you use different words, si usted usa palabras diferentes every time you write, that enriches your vocabulary. Eso enriquece su vocabulario y la forma en que usted escribe. Por tanto, cuando busque sinónimos le va a ayudar muchísimo. Va a sonar mucho mejor que siempre diciendo enojado, enojado, porque usted sabe que en español la palabra enojado tiene muchos sinónimos, así como en inglés. En español, para decir enojado, usted puede decir enrabiado, ofuscado, airado, etc. I just told you 3 words from one word that you usually use. So, for writing is very useful also. A good piece of information. This dictionary is my favorite one, the one that I'm going to show you. Word reference. Yes, that's a very, very good dictionary. It has many languages, a thesaurus in dictionary, conjugation, and so much more. Okay? Really, use it. It's very, very useful. You have French, German, Portuguese, Spanish. You have Spanish definitions, Spanish thesaurus, etc. Thesaurus, by the way, is a dictionary of synonyms and antonyms, okay? I really encourage you to use it. It's practical and useful. So you're going to learn from it a lot if you use it. So give it a try, okay? Good. So, what did we learn today? Today, we learned about descriptive words, about the adjectives and their use. Okay? Remember that adjectives are descriptive words. For comparing with er and more than. For comparing the best and or the worst. We also learned the order of adjectives, remember? Opinion, size, shape, etc. Remember that you don't put more than 3 adjectives in a row. No ponemos más de 3 adjetivos de una. In a row es como juntos. ¿Ya? Good. We also learned about antonyms and synonyms. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!